Bueno, mi gente, ¿cómo están? Everybody good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I had a little funky world music playing in the background, chilling out here, relaxing. 6 p.m. here, Miami time, 6:02 actually, 6:02. I was giving you guys a little time to hop on, join the preview show. Thank you. This is the 2025 Boricua Open Tournament or Championship, should I say? Preview show. Thank you to everyone who is joining in. And really quick, before we get on, right after this, we'll be right back. And want to want to give a big shout out to our sponsor. That was their sports marketing video that they just sent us. Thank you to Carlos Delis over there in Puerto Rico. Thank you to Discover Puerto Rico. They are our main sponsor. Also, Arena Medalla. Arena Medalla is one of the coolest places on the island. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Also, Bacardi, Casa Bacardi, and AVG 300 and USA Slow Pitch Softball. Um, put your comments down below or comment. I don't know if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook or even on our website isps.tv. Comment right now with your questions, and we'll get to your questions at the end of the show. Once again, this is the preview show for the Boricua Open 2025 edition. It's going to be in Levittown, Puerto Rico, October 17th through the 19th. Guys, this was the tournament that pretty much changed it all for us. Um, Around, I think it was around 2011. I know a lot of you, I know I've probably said this history many times before. Um, November 18, 2007, my brother, PFC Marius El Ferrero, passed away in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom. He was a soldier in the U.S. Army, and he gets killed in action in an IED explosion during that time. Anyways, sorry, every time I think about that, it kind of gets me all choked up. Um, Around maybe, I believe it was June 29th of 2008, we started Florida Adult Softball with the first official game. It was on a Sunday evening. It was a 16 men's league in his honor. In honor of my brother, we started that league back in Chapman Field here in Miami-Dade County. Then it just started growing and growing organically. Everybody loved what we were doing. And around 2011, we hosted our first tournament in Puerto Rico. And then kind of like a light bulb went off, and we decided to change our whole mission. Not our whole mission, but just change our name to internet from Florida Adult Softball to International Slow Pitch Softball. And the rest is history, as they say. That was our first kind of tournament that put us on the map. And this is the latest edition. This is the latest edition of the event. I have a little chest hair, and my little mic is is clipping on the hair. Anyways, this is the we have three divisions: men's division. Um, we also have a women's division. There you go. There you see it. Yes, this is all AI. We have a lot of AI usage here at ISPS, so you will see a lot of AI being incorporated with all of our graphics and all of our stuff. Oh, I also there I see Dudley and Hampton Inn. Hampton Inn is our official host hotel for the Boricua Open Championship. Great hotel, great property. I'll tell you more about it in a little bit. And also Dudley. Dudley is the official ball for the Boricua Open Championships. We are also this year, we're going to try to have a co-ed division. We already have a few teams already. So, and it's one of the only divisions currently open. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, but men's division is currently locked. We had to open up a waiting list, but I'm going to tell you some more about that in a little bit. There's a little surprise towards the end, towards the end of the show. Like I was saying there, we have a co-ed division this year, and they will not conflict. Okay, so if you're a lady or a man that wants to also play in the co-ed division as well as your own respective gender divisions, you will be able to play in both in your respective gender and also co-ed because they will not conflict. Okay. Before I forget, let's give a big shout out to last year's champions. Here you see the Miami Mermaids. That's in front. That's actually in front of the host hotel, I believe. Yes, I believe that's in front of the host hotel. It's a very nice property. You will enjoy it very much. Um, and there you see the ladies from the Miami Mermaids. They will be receiving. Oh, we're having a little issue there, but anyways, they will be receiving their champion rings for last year's championships, as well as the as well as these guys, the Milwaukee Dream. They won the men's division. There you see Kelvin and his crew. They are, I believe, they are the first ever Puerto Rican team to win this championship. I believe, it's always been an American team that has won the, the championship in the past. But this last year, Milwaukee Dream Team, they're not from Milwaukee. They're actually sponsored by Milwaukee Power Tools. That's why they're called Milwaukee. They're the Milwaukee Dream Team, and they will also be receiving their. There you see. I don't know why you couldn't see the Mermaids ring, but the Mermaids will also be receiving their championship rings from last year, as well as the Milwaukee Dream Team. They will also be receiving their championship rings. Their championship rings, they're going to be receiving them at the welcome party. I'm going to be telling you a little bit more about where the welcome party is going to be hosted. And also, oh, we might as well get into it right now then, I guess. This map, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of San Juan. It's a Google map. This is the island of Puerto Rico. I don't know if you guys are able to see it there. Yeah. The island of Puerto Rico. Look, I'm going to zoom out a little bit more so you see actually where we are. There's Miami, Cuba, then the island of Haiti and Dominican Republic that is kind of split in the middle there. And then down here is La Isla Bonita de Puerto Rico. Up here you see San Juan, and most of us will start here at the Luis Munoz International Airport. Now, depending on when you come in, I suggest, this is just a suggestion, and if you have time, suggest that you go and take a visit out to El Yunque. El Yunque is their national forest. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's their national forest. There's plenty of tours out there. I've actually, me personally, I've done an ATV tour out there where they take you down to a river, they give you lunch. It's very, very nice. I suggest you do it. It's actually, depending on which one you do it, the one that I did, we met with some natives and they painted you with some special, I don't know, native paints, and they did a ritual there, and it was very, very, very calming, very spiritual. And I remember they actually took some photos of me, and there was some light auras around. And it was kind of very, very cool, very cool. Very few places on this planet where I've experienced things like that. So I suggest, if you have time, try to come in maybe a few days early to the island and explore. Go to a Yunque National Forest. Then I'm going to show you. This is how close our host hotel is. I believe this is our host hotel. Yes, that is our host hotel. It's the Hampton Inn right there. I love it because it's very, very central. This is a very touristic area, very close to Old San Juan, very close to the airport. Isla Verde, for those of you who know, Isla Verde and Carolina, it's all right there, very centrally located, right next to this location right here. I don't know if it's still open or whatnot. I was kind of amazed, actually. I was actually amazed that they have a actual what do they call that? Cockfighting, rooster fighting, right? They had a rooster fighting arena right next to our host hotel. Um, some of the players went out there. They had mixed reviews, I guess, but I was kind of amazed that in 2024, back then, I don't know if it's still now, but in 2024, they had roosters on U.S. territory. So, anyways. Let me see what else I can show you here on the map. I wanted to also show you, for those of you who are new, there's a little place called La Placita, La Placita de Santurce. La Placita de Santurce, great restaurants, great nightlife. If you ever want something to do at night, go to La Placita de Santurce. Okay, check it out. A lot of people, a lot of restaurants, a lot of nightlife there. You're going to be safe there. You're going to be good. Um, you'll have a good time. Let me show you some other places here. And this, you can all find this at playisps.com/Boricua 2025. This is all there. There's another place here I wanted to show you. It's called La Factoria. La Factoria, right there. La Factoria. That's another great place. And also, if you want to do some touristic stuff, go to El Castillo de San Felipe del Morro Castle, actually, for those of you that know it. It's a great, great place for lots of pictures, lots of history there. Check it out. And then on this side, Where is here? Here's Casa Bacardi. Also, I wanted to show you guys Casa Bacardi. That's another great place you might as well check out while you're on the island, so you can learn about. Actually, Bacardi came from Cuba. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that it actually came from Cuba, and during the revolution, during Castro and all that stuff, they had to move over to Puerto Rico. So check that out. And then over here, over here are the two stadiums. The first stadium here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but that's the one with the grass infield. That's going to be the men's division. Next door is the women's division uh, field. And then we just got word, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to have a second field for the men's division. So we just got confirmation, guys, that that we will have a second field now for the men's division. It got really packed, really packed. The men's division, we had to actually start a waiting list. I'm going to give a big shout out now to the first team who just signed up for the waiting list. We're going to put them on the list in just a few, probably after the show. But yeah, this season, I don't know. I guess it's a great tournament, guys. It's one of the funnest tournaments. It's one of my favorite stops on the ISPS tour, and it's the one that got us on the map. So we finally were able to confirm the third field for the men's division, and now I believe there's gonna be now 11 teams now with the waiting list now opened up for that. Let me see if there's any questions. Hey, mira, galera, chupacabra. If anyone has any question about the island or anything else, I'm available to assist. Yeah, that's Kelvin. Kelvin Diaz. He is the Dímelo Manny, saludos. Dímelo Kelvin. He is the defending champ, actually, defending champs there uh, for the Chupacabra for the 2020. They won 2024 Boricua Open Championships. Let me see if we have anything else. One last time, I wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors, Discover Puerto Rico, Arena Medalla. Oh, Arena Medalla. I forgot to put that up here. One second, ladies and gentlemen. One second. One second. Did I put Arena Medalla here on the map? Arena Medalla. Oh man, I didn't put Arena Medalla on the map. But anyways, Arena Medalla is will be the welcome party location. It's part of the T-Mobile Entertainment District, where that's another cool place that you guys could go and check out while you're on the island, the T-Mobile Entertainment District. But if you get there before the welcome for the welcome party, you're going to be able to experience that whole area there at Arena Medalla. Arena Medalla is Medalla is the like a national beer over there, Medalla, and Arena is like the arena of Medalla, the beer, and it's really cool. It has a lot of Puerto Rican sports memorabilia, a lot of screens. Think of it as like a big sports bar on steroids in Puerto Rico, San Juan. So, you guys will be able to check that out. We'll have a lot of fun out there. And let me see anything else here. Uh, when will the brackets be ready? Oh man, it'll be next month, Kelvin. We still have about, I believe the registration deadline is October 12th. So probably after that, after October 12th, we will release the the brackets. Before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Team Smoking Aces. Team Smoking Aces. They are the latest team to register. They are that team on the waiting list. They are coming all the way from New Jersey, Hoboken, I think, Hoboken, New Jersey. So we're gonna be checking them out. I think we have some more questions here. Let me see. Why was Levittown chosen this year? Well, I know when we first started, we did it in Vega Baja, I believe, Vega Baja. We've done it in Cataño. And we last year we had a massive, massive rain delay in Cataño. And then we, at last minute, the government and the municipalities and everything, they were able to move us over to Levittown. And the good thing about Levittown is just a little bit, maybe like 20, 25 minutes outside of San Juan. You got to go around the bay. Uh, is that there's two fields. There's two fields right next to each other, and we wanted to do the women's division as well. So, in order to not have them separated, we that was a great location. And this is one thing that you're gonna, as you start traveling outside of the United States, you're gonna be noticing that there's no big sports complexes outside of the United States. So you're gonna maybe find one field over there, another field over there, and you don't have the luxury. That's basically it. It's a luxury of being able to have a field right next or multiple fields in the same location. Let me see. We have some other uh, comments here. Arizona en la casa. That's right. We have some teams from Arizona, from California, from Florida. I think from Louisiana. This year is going to be very, very good, man. Angel Serrano, all the way from Arizona. A ver qué más tenemos por aquí. What does the atmosphere feel like for players traveling to PR for this event? Guys, I don't know if you've ever been to Puerto Rico or outside of the United States. Puerto Rico, I know it's part of the United States, but it really isn't. It's kind of like Miami, where Miami is part of the United States, but not really. It's like no other place here in the United States. Well, Miami is like no other place on the earth, but Puerto Rico's the same. Puerto Rico's just like a really older island, like an older version. It's been there forever. I think since like the 1500s or something. Well, actually, I think Christopher Columbus was there. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyways, it's a party. It's a party with it's a like I've described it in the past as a vacation with a little bit of softball. And softball is not the biggest thing. Yeah, we're gonna play. It's gonna be competitive and everything, but at the end of the day, it's more for the camaraderie, for the brotherhood, the sisterhood, to also the softball family, getting to meet new people, exchanging ideas. I love that. I love exchanging ideas, exchanging tips on how to play. Equipment also. They might not have as much access because of shipping costs and all that stuff to get the opportunity to get equipment like we do here on the land side. And, but yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere. Do not be scared. Anything could happen, just like here in the United States or in Miami or anywhere you go. Be smart. Don't be, an oblivious tourist, like I call them, with their phone out and stuff like that. Just kind of be smart out there, but it is safe, especially try to stay in the touristic areas and all that stuff, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's a great time. What else do we have here? What divisions are being offered? Men's, women's, and this year for the first time, co-ed division. Okay, so men's, women, and co-ed divisions, and the co-ed will not conflict with the other two. For those of you who are going to be asking, when's the registration deadline and how fast are spots filling up? The registration deadline is October 12th, and like I just said, the men's division It filled up very fast. We had to open up a waiting list. That waiting list has now been reopened. So go to playisps.com /Boricua 2025 and register like now, guys. Hurry up. Where should teams and fans plan to stay? What's so special about the Hampton Inn Suite? It's very safe, clean, economical. Every day, I think at 5 o'clock, they have a happy hour with unlimited drinks and snacks and stuff like that. It's a pool. They have a very nice little pool area there where they're playing music, and it's a great vibe. I told you about I mentioned the the cockfighting, rooster fighting next door. It's on Isla Verde, Carolina. There, that area is very touristy, very cool, full of shops and restaurants and everything. And it's just about maybe 15-20 minutes away from the ballpark. So yeah, that's where I would recommend staying. Um, yeah, you could go to the website playisps.com /Boricua 2025, and right there there's a link for a special group right there for that for that hotel. I think that's about it. Let me see if we have any other comments here. It's a Commonwealth. A Commonwealth? I thought it was a territory, U.S. territory. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's a beautiful island. It's a beautiful island. What else do we have here? Nice people, great, yummy food. Yes, that's right. Mofongo, I think. It's very similar. Oh, patacon. I love that. What else? Arroz con gandules. Everything over there on the island. Very nice. Very cool. I love it. Lots of English spoken. Yes, lots of English spoken. You're absolutely right. Um, since it's U.S. territory, a lot of English is being spoken right there. ¿Qué más? La Isla Verde is on the water. Yes. Think of it as like South Beach, like Miami Beach is kind of like one of those barrier islands right outside of San Juan. Very cool. I love it. I love it. What else? Anything else? I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me once again. Bueno, I think that is about it. One last time, the men's division, October 17th through the 19th. Excuse me. Oh, let me get some water here. October 17th through the 19th. Also, the women's division as well, and the co-ed division, which I repeat, it will not interfere with the men's and women's division. One last time, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors, Discover Puerto Rico, Arena Medalla, AVG 300, USA Slow Pitch Softball, and Bacardi. I think we have, a ver, ¿qué más dicen por aquí? It's a Commonwealth, Estado Libre Asociado. Okay, I'll take your word. I'm not a history buff. I'm a slow pitch softball commissioner director. Meu Dios, thank you for that information. I think that is Mónica Réciles, right? Mónica, saludos. Bueno, los quiero. Un abrazo. Peace.